French President Emmanuel Macron is expected to speak with President Biden in the next few days to discuss the diplomatic crisis between France and the U.S. Last week, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia announced a new trilateral partnership. The agreement calls for Australia to buy a nuclear submarine fleet. Australia then scrapped an existing 2016 deal to buy diesel-powered subs from France. The French government says it was informed of the pact just hours before the public announcement, and last week, a French official called the development a, quote, betrayal. For the first time in modern history, France recalled its ambassador from Washington. Despite the tensions, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison defended the move on Sunday.
And Australia's interests are best served by the trilateral partnership that I've been able to form with President Biden and Prime Minister Johnson. That is what serves Australia's long-term national interests. That's what I think ensures that we can contribute more significantly to peace and security in the Indo-Pacific region.
Ambassador, give us the French point of view. Why is your country so angry about this deal?
Well, actually, for us, it's an incredible astonishment. First, on the 30th of August, 3 weeks ago, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Defence of Australia had reaffirmed their commitment to the deal. While they were doing it, I don't know if they did it out because they were not informed or out of deviousness. Actually, our best allies, the Americans, the British, and the Australians, had been plotting in our back, plotting not only to take the contract, really, which is an industrial loss to my country, but also to kick us out, because the result of this negotiation is, again, not only American submarines in Australia, but it's also a strategic partnership without France. So it's amazing, really, allies don't behave this way. And I think it explains, the outburst of anger in Paris. And I can tell you it's really general throughout the public opinion.
Tell us more about this pact, because as the point that you raise is that France is an ally of the United States, the UK, and Australia. The U.S. in this move is trying to counter China's growing power. It seems like France should be a part of that conversation. Why wasn't it included in this negotiation before this deal, particularly regarding the submarines, was struck?
It's a good question, because our relationship with Australia was not only an industrial relationship, it was a strategic partnership. A few weeks ago, Indian, French, and Australian navies were training together. We consider that Australia was the pillar of our Indo-Pacific strategy and to face China. And so it's something which is beyond our understanding. We don't know what happened, why it happened, this brutal, inelegant way, why we were kicked out. And so that's a question that we have been raising with the Americans. And so far, I think we have had a sort of embarrassed answers. So we do hope that the phone call between President Macron and President Biden will help us to understand what happened and what is the consequence, the long-term consequence of it.
Can I just follow up on this point, because we've been reporting on these conversations taking place prior to the agreement being struck. Did your country raise these objections before the nuclear submarine deal was made?
No, actually, the Australians simply told us that, there were bumps in the contract because it was a very complicated contract. Really, we have nuclear submarines, and the Australians asked us to convert them into diesel submarines. And now they are approaching us to have sold them a diesel submarine. It was complicated, but the Australians have been waiting 5 or 6 years, the Americans F-35. These programs are always complicated, but never the Australians have indicated that actually they were going to get out of the contract. And as I have told you, on 30th of August, they were still reaffirming their commitment to the contract. So again, it stinks, really for us, plotting in our back, lying to us. It's something, again, beyond our understanding.
Ambassador, the last major rift between our two countries actually came in early 2003 when France refused to support the U.S. invasion of Iraq. But even at that point, as I understand it, France did not pull back its ambassadors. So tell us why this crisis seems to be so augmented.
No, it's not augmented. If we recall our ambassador for consultations, which means that he will be back in a few days, it was a double signal. First, a signal to the French public opinion, which is outraged, but also a message to the American administration. We had the impression that the American administration didn't understand, the seriousness of what they have done. So I think it's a political signal more than everything else. As for the 2003, really, we didn't need to recall our ambassador to make it very serious since we were fighting, squabbling at the UN Security Council.
I'm wondering what we could expect out of the talks between President Macron and President Biden that are upcoming. And is it the position of the French government that this nuclear submarine contract with Australia needs to be restored in order for the relationship between all of our countries to be repaired?
We are not setting conditions, really, and especially the sort of conditions which I guess as a diplomat will never be fulfilled. No, what is important is that President Biden really calls President Macron not only to tell us how much he loves us. We need not love, we need proofs of love. So it means that we are expecting, from the US, some form of, cooperation, compensation, and really, because again, the question is also beyond what is happening right now. It has been also Afghanistan, the way the Americans got out of Afghanistan without consulting European allies. And there is a feeling beyond France in Europe that this administration doesn't care about Europe. So I guess we need, and not only the French, we need an American European policy. We are ready to work with the Americans, and in a lot of fields we can work together against the authoritarian model of China. But again, the US has to prove they are interested.
Ambassador, you just said that you believe that this administration is demonstrating that it doesn't care about Europe. It doesn't feel the need to consult with your country on important matters, including Afghanistan. It's interesting because the Biden administration has made a point of saying that a strategic partner with all of our allies is back in the White House. Are you saying that France does not feel that way?
It's not only France. I was in contact with several European ambassadors in Washington that I know very well, and there is a general disappointment. So maybe it's because this administration is just arriving. There is no assistant secretary for European affairs. There is no American ambassadors in Europe. There is no American ambassador in NATO. So maybe that's the reason. But we are still waiting for a real, genuine offer of cooperation coming from this administration.
Ambassador Gérard Araud, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.